In the heart of ancient Egyptian mythology lies a tale of love, betrayal, and resurrection, a story that has captivated the imaginations of people for millennia. This is the legend of Isis and Osiris, a narrative that weaves together the destinies of gods and mortals alike. This story introduces us to four of the most important gods in the Egyptian pantheon: Isis, Osiris, Set, and Horus. Each of these deities played a crucial role in the spiritual and everyday lives of the ancient Egyptians. Isis, known for her magic and healing powers, was the wife of Osiris, the god of the underworld and rebirth. She was revered as a powerful sorceress and a devoted wife who used her abilities to protect and resurrect her husband. Osiris was beloved by the people for bringing them civilization and agriculture. He was often depicted with green skin, symbolizing fertility and rebirth, and was credited with teaching humanity the arts of farming and governance. Set, the god of chaos and the desert, was the brother of Osiris. Unlike his brother, Set was associated with disorder and destruction, embodying the harsh and unpredictable aspects of nature. He envied Osiris's power and popularity, leading to a bitter rivalry that would shape the fate of the gods and the world. Horus, the son of Isis and Osiris, was the god of kingship and the sky. Often depicted with the head of a falcon, Horus was seen as the divine protector of the pharaohs and a symbol of rightful rule. His story is intertwined with his parents, symbolizing the victory of order over chaos. The battles between Horus and Set represented the eternal struggle between good and evil, a theme central to Egyptian mythology. The ancient Egyptians believed in many gods and goddesses, each representing different aspects of life in the natural world. These deities were integral to their understanding of the universe and their place within it. These gods interacted with each other, much like humans, experiencing love, jealousy, and anger. Their stories were not just religious tales, but also moral lessons and reflections of human nature. The myth of Isis and Osiris was one of their most important stories, explaining the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. It illustrated the belief that life was a continuous cycle, with death being a transition rather than an end. It also served as a foundation for their beliefs about kingship and the afterlife. The pharaohs, seen as earthly embodiments of Horus, were believed to join Osiris in the afterlife, ensuring the continuity of their divine rule. Set, consumed by envy, plotted to kill his brother Osiris. He secretly measured Osiris's body and crafted a beautiful chest to fit him perfectly. Set then hosted a grand feast, inviting Osiris and other gods. He presented the chest as a gift, promising to give it to whoever fit inside perfectly. Osiris, unaware of the trap, stepped into the chest. Set quickly slammed the lid shut, trapping Osiris inside. He then cast the chest into the Nile River, drowning his brother. Set's actions threw the world into chaos and mourning. Osiris, the just ruler, was gone, and his absence was felt by all. Isis, heartbroken by her husband's disappearance, refused to accept his death. She embarked on a perilous journey, determined to find Osiris's body and bring him back to life. Her quest led her across Egypt, where she encountered many dangers and used her magic to protect herself and help those in need. Finally, Isis discovered that the chest containing Osiris's body had become lodged in a tamarisk tree. This tree had grown around the chest, encasing it within its trunk. The tree, with the chest inside, had become a pillar in the palace of the king of Byblos. Isis, using her cunning and magic, retrieved the chest from the tree. Isis, overjoyed at finding her beloved Osiris, opened the chest. However, Set, who had been watching, discovered her plan. In a fit of rage, he tore Osiris's body into 14 pieces and scattered them across Egypt. Isis, undeterred, refused to give up. She resumed her search, determined to find every piece of her husband's body. She traveled throughout the land, using her magic to locate each piece. Wherever she found a piece of Osiris, she performed a ritual and transformed the location into a sacred space. This act showed the ancient Egyptians' belief in the power of transformation and the importance of honoring the deceased. Now let us dive into the brief return of Osiris. With the help of her magic, Isis reassembled Osiris's body. She then, with her powerful magic, breathed life back into him. Osiris was resurrected, but he could not remain in the world of the living. His time in the chest had destined him to become the ruler of the underworld, the realm of the dead. This resurrection highlights the Egyptian belief in the afterlife and the possibility of life after death. Although Osiris could not stay with Isis, his resurrection gave them time to conceive a son, Horus. This event was crucial, as Horus would play a key role in avenging his father's death and restoring order to Egypt. Let us talk about the legacy of a god at the birth of Horus. Isis, pregnant with Horus, retreated to the lush and fertile Nile Delta to protect her unborn child from the relentless wrath of Set, the god of chaos and destruction. She raised Horus in secrecy, away from the prying eyes of Set's followers, teaching him about his father Osiris, the god of the afterlife, and preparing him meticulously for his destiny to reclaim the throne. Horus, as the divine son of Osiris, inherited not only his father's claim to the throne of Egypt, but also his divine attributes and responsibilities. His birth symbolized the continuation of Osiris's sacred lineage and the hope for a return to order, justice, and prosperity in the land of Egypt. Horus's upbringing in secrecy underscores the immense dangers posed by Set and the extraordinary lengths to which Isis would go to protect her son and ensure his survival. This clandestine upbringing also sets the stage for the inevitable and epic conflict between Horus and Set, a monumental battle between the forces of order and chaos, justice and injustice that would shape the destiny of Egypt. Now we'll dive into a son's duty as Horus's rise to power. As Horus grew, he learned about Set's treachery and vowed to avenge his father. He trained as a warrior, mastering the skills he would need to defeat his uncle. Horus's determination to confront Set represents the ancient Egyptian value of filial piety and the importance of seeking justice for wrongdoing. His story became a metaphor for the struggle between right and wrong, order and chaos that the Egyptians believed played out in the world around them. Horus's journey for justice reflected the human experience of overcoming challenges and fighting for what is right. Here comes the battle for Egypt as Horus confronts Set. The inevitable clash between Horus and Set unfolded in a series of epic battles that raged across Egypt. These battles were not just physical, they were also tests of strength, cunning, and magic. The gods and goddesses of the Egyptian pantheon took sides, reflecting the conflict between order and chaos that affected even the divine realm. Horus and Set's battles were more than just a personal vendetta. They represented a struggle for the control of Egypt and the restoration of cosmic order. The ancient Egyptians believed that the well-being of their world depended on the maintenance of Ma'at, the divine order that governed the universe. Let's get into the justice for Osiris, the triumph of Horus. After a series of trials and battles, Horus emerged victorious, defeating Set and claiming his rightful place as the ruler of Egypt. This victory brought an end to the chaos that had gripped the land since Osiris's death and restored balance to the world. Horus's triumph represented the victory of good over evil, justice over injustice, and the restoration of order after chaos. His rule ushered in an era of peace and prosperity, fulfilling the legacy of his father, Osiris. The story of Horus's victory served as a powerful symbol for the ancient Egyptians, reminding them that even in the face of adversity, justice and order would ultimately prevail. So, what is the eternal significance in the enduring legacy of Isis and Osiris? The legend of Isis and Osiris is central to Egyptian mythology, reflecting their beliefs about life, death, and the afterlife. This myth is not just a story, but a profound narrative that shaped the spiritual and cultural landscape of ancient Egypt. It highlights the importance of family, loyalty, and justice. The tale of Isis and Osiris underscores the values that were held dear by the ancient Egyptians, serving as a moral compass for their society. Isis, with her unwavering love and determination, became a symbol of healing, magic, and the protective power of motherhood. Her quest to restore Osiris to life demonstrated the strength and resilience of the feminine divine. Osiris, the resurrected king, represented the promise of rebirth and the eternal cycle of life, death, and renewal. His story reassured the Egyptians that death was not an end, but a transition to another form of existence. The myth provided solace and hope, assuring them that even in the face of death, life would continue and justice would prevail. It was a narrative that offered comfort and a sense of continuity in the ever-changing world. The story's enduring popularity illustrates its profound impact on ancient Egyptian culture and its ability to resonate with universal human experiences of loss, love, and the search for meaning. Even today, the legend of Isis and Osiris continues to captivate and inspire, reminding us of the timeless nature of these ancient truths.